season 29. We're in Div 2 Section A, and we're showing two teams that won their first matches. A good start to the season. Both of them are going to be hoping to get promotion to Div 1. Of course, top two go up in a division of 10, as it was last season. It's going to be a lot of competition, but both these two teams have got quite a lot of quality. One team that's quite an old name in Hexball history, one that's quite a new one. MorebeeR on the right in the blue at the moment, and as being the old team, they've been around for, I'd say, 9 years now. Starting off in Hack's Life, which was the Turkish, well, still is, the main Turkish community. Remember that back when every European country had its own league? Halcyon days, eh? Their opponents, Skip60, they had the best results so far in the league, winning 8-0 against a team called Blue Panthers, who rather shamelessly just decided to co-op the Carolina Panthers main logo. So I'd say that's fair comeuppance for lack of creativity. Anyway, their opponents ought to be a lot more difficult than those they faced on that day. Don't get too many bigger household names than Overkill and Whiplash, although they might not be considered the strongest or most significant players in Turkish Hexball today. They're still two wily old cats that should definitely be hoping to be beating most of the opposition in this division. Anyway, we ought to be just about ready to start. Skip60 in the black, MorebeeR on the right and the white. Go on, Overkill. Get out. Off your ass. That's it. Could be anyone's game, I'd say. Looks potentially evenly matched. Shorts, especially for Skip60. He's going to be one to watch for them, I reckon. Already scored 5 goals in the first match. And he's already got one in 5 seconds today. Magnificent stuff. Well, oh dear, that was poor defending in the corner, letting it get across so quickly, but I don't think he would have expected to get off the mark quite so quickly. Dear me, Skip60 1 up. And a disaster of a start there for MorebeeR, as they now go on the attack to try and rectify things as soon as possible. Whiplash, fight against Schurtz and Maisie. But it pops out, and it's back for goalkeeper Parker to reset things. Just got to make sure it doesn't throw off their concentration. Still plenty of time, of course. Even though this is big, goals will be at a premium, but got to keep believing that the attack has got the ability to set things right, especially when you've got the talent as they have. Here's Maisie though for Skip60, and Markovic looks to work it around, and he does. Whiplash watching him well though, but Overkill is standing quite a way off there, Maisie, so he's having a lot of time and space to think about what he's got to do with the ball. Overkill just content to keep marking the space. There's no real rush. As I said, plenty of time still left in this game. Doesn't have to force things just yet. Well, that's good though from Maisie, and Markovic has the opportunity to try and force it through on the post, but Parker was just there waiting for it. Made sure to hold his post nice and firmly. Whiplash away, but there isn't really no opposition to do anything with it. So all the ball crossed there by Schurtz, almost fell into Day's path. Day with a shot coming in sharply towards him as the ball rebounded to him at a fair red knots. That's another block in there by Skip60. Whiplash making sure the ball stays in their half though. Overkill looks to pass and then turns all the way. In fact, for Daya instead. But it was red in the end. trick might have been a bit more effective back in 2012 than it is today. Not looking quite as slick, are they, though, MorebeeR and their opponents so far. They are getting some territory, but plays not very well thought out most of the time. It was Whiplash as they're just carelessly dispossessed. He didn't really have an idea where to go, it seemed, and the way he played the ball. Just ended up being tackled, and the attack is gone. Markovic shoots as Overkill had to really just shunt him out of the way to make sure he can get anything on that. He's mightily close to being in for a second goal there. Daisy and Schurtz try to combine. Markovic tries to push it through Overkill and Whiplash, but the two old dogs managed to stop him coming through. But they're still having to defend. Here is Overkill, nice little bounce. There, can he hold it up? Whiplash trying to set him up there with a sharp little chance, but the way they took the ball, it wasn't going to set him up for a shot there. This could be a chance though, as Schultz is coming in, trying to aim it bottom post. It's always going to be difficult for him. 2-on-2 chance. Required really Parker to have to misread him. Have a chance of scoring as it was. The shot was off target. Schultz for Maisie and back again. Defending still rather passive, but it stopped them getting any penetration, at least on this attack. Skip60, MorebeeR just staying calm still and hoping that their opponents will make a mistake. Oh, we've got a pause here. I think everyone slid, so fair enough. A red spike for Schurtz and Day also. And Markovic is refreshing. A bit of a break in play. So just to recap, score 1-0 with the goal coming 5 seconds into the half, the first attack of the game. Bit of lax defending in the corner, top corner, as the ball just came down. Schultz was basically free to tap it into the net. Nightmare start for MorebeeR, but I think as the game has gone on, Skip60 have looked the slicker, the fleeter of mind and a foot in attack, and it'd be hard to begrudge them. But 1-0 lead, they look to have the better quality of movement of the ball, at least. MorebeeR, they've had pretty much equal territory in terms of having the ball in their opponent's half. This could be a chance that, poor turn by Daya. He's better than that, surely. But control just completely deserted him there. Been used to expect better, especially from Overkill and Whiplash over the years. Their positional sense still very much up there, but understanding of where to play the passes, controlling the ball, just not up to speed at the moment. For those guys and for Daya really as well. More modern introduction to the game, but will be familiar to those of you who have any understanding of Turkish handball at the top level. He's a very good forward player, not really showing it tonight, at least. Oh, that's an interesting attempt. Markovic just setting up Maisie for a tight angled shot. It was hit powerfully, so you do wonder if it was on target. Would Parker have a chance to save that? I'm not quite so sure. Interesting idea there by Skip60. Just goes wide. Markovic getting the better of Overkill, keeping it in the corner. last minute of the first half. Skip60 look for that second goal, and Schutz coming in. The ball moving slowly allows Parker to get on top of that. Overkill clears for Daya, tries to set up Whiplash, but Maisie's first onto that. Whiplash just a little bit too far behind the play to really carry that on. Perfect precision. 10 seconds to go. Back down to Overkill. Daya, Overkill. Ooh, good cutout of that pass by Schurz there. Starting to build something nicely, but that's the end of the half. Skip60 retain their lead, and as I had alluded to before, look very good value for it. Would see them cement their place for now at the top of the division. Still yet to concede a goal. And, well, we still have had 4 teams yet to play. There should be results coming in from the likes of Guns and Moses against Wanted, and against Savage Hacks. Be interesting to see how they get on with some of Israel's talents, but you have to wonder who's really out there capable of catching Skip60. Dear me, hope no one call that. Bit of tension and strife across the room in my house. I don't expect it to come from any one of the 2 teams here. I mean, frustration does tend to boil over quite often in Hacksport, but Turkey's a long way from here up in Britain. We've had to be very loud. Anyway, I don't expect MorebeeR will be getting too frustrated just yet. Maybe they are. They've not played too great, but they're only 1-0 down. Anything can still happen. Yeah. It's going to be tough to see who's going to be catching Skip60 if they win this. I mean, I say that. There's only 2 games into the season, but they already look a very good team. And probably ought to be aiming for Div 1 with their quality that they've shown so far. No, just my thoughts. You can disagree with me in the comments if you want. Not that I'm reading them, but it's an option for you if you do wish to let yourself be known on the YouTube comments. You can argue amongst yourselves. Anyway, we're just waiting the second half. MorebeeR now in the black and Skip60 in the whites. 7 minutes to go, and a substitution. Overkill is off. RA is on, or Ra. I'll stick with RA for the duration of this game. Immediately he's set up by Whiplash. As MorebeeR look to find a way to get on terms. Here's RA. Good block in there by Daya. Daya with a shot. It's going in! Very smart play there by Daya. He knew what was going on, and blocking the defender, trying to get back into the play and rejoin. He was in a prime position for himself to take the shot, and what a fine shot it was. Goalkeeper Aldrich left that little bit of space, that corner of his goal open, and he found it. Hadn't really had a chance to speak of all game. Now Ra coming in. I said I'd stick to RA, but I'd said Ra there. Never mind. Can't expect any consistency from me, can you? But still, talking about that goal. Lovely stuff. 1-1. Haven't been really at it in the first half, had MorebeeR, but gotta say, striker that quality deserves to get you back in the game, I'd say. Now, what's the response from Skip60 as the ball was played in by Schutz to Markovic? But again, good stuff by Parker. He's been playing quite an important role for MorebeeR quietly. Been reading the attacks very well, making sure they haven't been getting any easy looks at goal since going 1-0 down. And again, coming in to close down the angles, just making his job of goalkeeping look very easy. That's pretty much what all the best goalkeepers do. I mean, they position themselves as to make it look like they've hardly done anything at all, but in reality, it's come about by paying attention to the way the attacks are developing, keeping your eye on where you are, where the ball is, where your opponents are. I'm not just saying that because I played as a goalkeeper in FM myself many moons ago, but you know, it's true. Deserve a lot of credit even on the defensive side of things. Markovic for Skip60. And back again. Oh, Matey just letting it bobble under him a little bit, and that's enough to derail the attack. RA coming in. Day's going to be there. It's 2-1. Oh dear, and we were speaking about the defensive qualities of Parker. Well, Aldrich, I don't think, has covered himself in glory on either of those two goals that Skip60 have conceded. Dear old me, I've been talking up Skip60. They look great in the first half, and now what do? They go and not only surrender the lead, but go behind within the first half of the second half of the game. What do I know, eh? Great response, though, by MorebeeR, and a great addition to the game by RA, you have to say. Set up 2 goals. This could be 3 if RA could have just found a better pass to Day there. But again, I suppose it also goes to show that Maisie sometimes is a bit over enthusiastic and trying to rush for the ball in the broken play, because they do threaten to create those 2v1 situations sometimes in the midfield. Do MorebeeR. RA's been doing a good job in finding good opportunities to press his opponents in those sorts of situations. So maybe they found a weakness, but credit to RA. He's made his team look a lot sharper in attack. 2.5 minutes to go. RA trying to get it through Maisie and Aldrich. They just look a little bit wobbly when it's just Maisie and Aldrich defending. Schutz now, he's looking very busy in defence, really trying to win at every opportunity, and this might be to his team's detriment as well. Here's Whiplash, and it's in. Yeah, that's 3-1. Whiplash getting his goal, and just as I was alluding to, what have they done there? They've taken off Markovic. I mean, I don't think you could really blame him for Skip60 surrendering the lead there, but I suppose that means Schutz goes and plays striker, Spartacus to AM. We'll see, but poor stuff there by Schutz. He made it a 3v2 in defence and made it a lot easier for Whiplash to score. Oh, is that going to go in? It is. Oh, Parker, what have you done, mate? 3-2. I've been made to look like a bit of a fool here in the commentary box. I've been saying, you know, Parker's been doing a great, quiet job defensively as a goalkeeper, and well, that's a bit of a clanger he's let in there. You've got to be hoping now that doesn't cost his team, as their lead is now reduced to 1 with a minute and a quarter to go just about. That said, neither defence looking too clever at the moment. Could end up 4-2 if they get something out of this attack, but Spartacus clears it. But back now with Whiplash and MorebeeR. R8. Doing a good positional job there. Can he dig it out? Oh, that wasn't the best idea. Could have just tried to hold it in the corner. Now the attack looked a little bit more lively. Here's Maisie. Spartacus, back for Maisie. Schutz looking for the ball. He wants it. It's not going to come towards him though, as Ra covers him. RA covers him. Now can he get the ball out of defence? Not this time. Oh, and it's gone backwards, and Spartacus with a great chance to make it 3-3. But he's fluffed his lines. Should have been aiming for the bottom post. 15 seconds to go. Game's really come alive in the second half. The stakes have drifted in to the defences of both teams. But it looks like MorebeeR are going to hang on. Yes, they are. Parker holds his post. 3-2 the final score. RA. And his substitution onto the fields. Well, it looks like it's a crucial turning point of the story of the game. Comes on, sets up 2 goals. Finished by Daya for the first. I mean, you know, it is a bit of a defensive error, but by both DM and goalkeeper for Skip60. But you have to say, it still required a lot of precision there to score. And from then on, they grew back into the game, and I'd say thoroughly deserved their win, just as Skip60 deserved to be leading in the first half. But yeah. Now they will go top of the division. So they add that to a 5-2 win over Ajax to move on to 6 points and a goal difference of now +4. Skip60, goal difference of +7, but just 3 points. No defence cost him on that occasion. But there's still plenty of games to go. Another 16 each to be precise for both of these teams. Made the rest of the promotion race be as exciting as this game. I hope you all enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed commentating on that, and so thanks to you all for watching, thanks to Lyco for streaming, and we'll be back with you on Sunday, of course, with more games in FM. Until then, though, it's goodbye.